Hey, it's me, Big P. Currently playing the Deadman Annihilation temporary game mode in RuneScape. We're about a week in, and I'm pretty close to, let's reset this, 99 woodcutting. So I just wanted to kind of make a video talking about this and some other stuff I've been doing, I guess. Whatever comes up. We are getting into the Deadman as best as we can as a skiller. Here's my stats right quick. I have a weird like tank build in the first bracket. You can't see because my thing's here. Deadman 3 to 60 bracket. Music isn't playing for some reason. Peace. Let me swap zones or something. But yeah, I just wanted to have a chat about my kind of first impressions and experiences with the Deadman mode. We are in the most populated server right now. Not sure if that's a good idea or not. I was in the second most populated server, and it was like pretty... There we go. There's a lot of people there. Safety in numbers, I guess, but like the whole woodcutting guild is multi, so like you'll get ragged by, like I was getting ragged by teams at Redwoods for some reason, even though Redwoods are like less than 100 gold each. Really just here for the XP, because XP gets translated to points. I'm playing about a week, and just over 15k points. Not doing too great at the breach. Maybe I can home tally to Lumbridge and see how many points I've gotten at the breaches total. I've been hitting pretty much 2 a day, the 2 o'clock and 9 o'clock for me. Breaches, because I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. for RuneScape. I'm not that deranged yet. But I'm pretty deranged. I mean, we're pushing on 99 in the skill just because it's going to be a nice 300 points. I do the same for fire making, winter Todd, that sort of stuff. I've been having a lot of fun. There's been like a lot of weird setups. The breaches are just chaos, which is really cool to see. I'm not doing too great at them because, again, with this build, it's very limited in what I can do. We've maxed out at 30 prayer and magic. 30 ranged and magic. Prayer, we're actually going to push as high as we can, really, without getting out of the combat bracket. The first one, although the first combat bracket has really been like, you see a lot of action here from like crazy stuff. Mute area sounds, yeah, okay. We'll turn on that just so we can hear the nice sound of me getting freezed and ragged when it does happen, because people are for some reason PKing here. You know, I guess it's just an easy way to get 5 points for a kill. You do get 5 points per kill apparently, up to a max, but I imagine people who are set up to PK and have been doing that all day are already getting close to that. So anyway, I've been kind of just messing around trying to set up as many of these skills as I can. Again, with maxed at 30 range, I kind of want to set up Addy knives. I have a couple clanmates who are doing stuff here, and we haven't done much together, to be honest. Like, just like we were able to snipe like one Deadman chest out in the deep wildy because he got one while he was like farming hellhounds, and that we got like the legs, like the mage legs or whatever from Deadman. It's pretty cool. I do think that there is like kind of a weird sort of middle ground between like the skillers like me and the PKers, where like there's no bank keys, right? So like normally you wouldn't be doing this, what you want to do. Maybe I will get PK'd because is this the most populated Deadman mode server right now? For my bracket, at least. Yeah, I mean, there's over 1,000 people in this server right now. And again, this is a multi-zone, so we might have some misled individuals come up here and come up and get me before I hit the 99 woodcutting. Maybe we'll see. I did want to do this here because I've been ragged here at a couple different places, and a couple different like less populated servers. Again, I just really don't understand. You know, I guess some people are just, the PKers want to just kill people, blood for blood's sake. 5 points is 5 points, because it is a little weird, because like I can drop this stack of redwood logs and it's like, yo, wow, this is like half a mil. The Deadman mode prices are, there is a grand exchange, but these are 07 main game prices. Redwood logs are like less than 100 each. So like this is like, what is it, 648? That's like 64k maybe, I guess. Not huge bank. I've been making more bank. I can show off my bank in a bit. We'll go back to Lumbia actually once I hit 99, which would be pretty soon actually. Oh, I forgot to take out my Deadman skull, so I can show you what I'm currently rocking. Like I said, we got the Ruinous Prayer book, but I do need to get like 70 plus prayer. You actually don't have the protection prayers until like 70, around mid 70s. So that's why I'm not there right now. We are just, it's kind of funny to just camp your prayers here, your defensive prayers, with the Eternal Belief Sigil, which is really nice. There's just like a lot of fun, weird, funky things that you can do in the Deadman mode. Kind of like Leagues. But a lot of people, their criticism of the mode has been it's kind of like Leagues with ragging, and I can't help but agree. I definitely feel like with the limited build in the first bracket, there's not really that much I can do. I do want to start farming out some bosses, just because kind of getting tired of just skilling and whatever. It's kind of boring. You know, this is like something I can do while playing another game. You know, I'd be playing Arc Raiders, getting ragged in Arc Raiders, and then getting ragged here. Very fun stuff. Extremely stressful. And I'll say no matter what you're risking, it's just like kind of just like it's not the comfy skilling that I'm used to. It's not even really the comfy PVM I'm used to either. I've been on a fucking NQ task for, I've only killed 38 of them, and I've gone out to that Wilderness Slayer cave like friggin' 5 times, and there's just everybody's out there to get you. But I mean, that's the nature of the beast, of course. Me myself, I haven't done much killing. I kind of just was like, all right, let's try out some killing with knives. I got like a fucking snake skin set up, which is hilarious. I do have 73 defense. I can push this up to 75, and I think 65 hit points is what the build that my clanmate set up for. So we can have something there. It's really designed to more be like, okay, you can tank through stuff at the first bracket and like escape from people if you know like your jukes, if you catch an entangle. We don't have freezes available to us because we only again have 30 mage, so even if we did, you know, we wouldn't be hitting them. Well, you can't cast a freeze until you have what, like 70. So entangle is our only option defensively. Still a little, I'm not that great. I have gotten some close escapes. Actually, I did get away with my loot at a breach literally at 1 HP when I had trained to like 61 HP like just an hour before. So, you know, it's a game of inches and seconds, and it will make you better for PKing and just, I guess, general ideas. Like I have the multi-lines up, I have the line of sight plugin up, which is kind of cool. I never really I mean, I obviously have been aware of the whole concept of like line of sight, but it's like just little things like, okay, if I'm skilling here, again, I don't really, like if I had a one-click telly here and someone comes up through here, you have plenty of time for them to run around, you know, if you're skilling on this side. But I really don't care, actually, you know, like it's, at least in this case. If you're doing the magic logs down there, that's a whole different story, because the magic logs, magic short bows are what's being used, you know, to hit insane numbers here at this first bracket for range builds. I personally have been hit like crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on with the range sigils. It's really hard to tell what's going on and why I'm taking so much damage a lot of the time. But like the general pure 1 defense setups that I'm seeing is like insane, like 80 range, 80 mage, and this is in the first bracket. So I think after maybe by this Friday, I mean or no, maybe about a week, maybe with like 10 days to go or something, I'm gonna go up to the next couple brackets and see, just because I want to round out my character and start doing some actual bosses and things like that. Right now, the only, can we see my KC for how do you look people up? Here we go. So we can look over, let me move my face. What have we got here? So we've been doing obviously a bit of Temperos, 4 Scurious. Scurious, I would probably just run in there and like punch it just to get the KC and a chance at the spine. Bunch of Wintertide, you know, with the accelerated rates, like I've got 19 Wintertides and 94 fire making. That's with a bit of like AFKing. I've got like the full, I green logged like Veil Totems, and now I can probably just get a stack of magic longbows, I think, that I would just high elk once I get the Alchemaniac. I didn't get it right now because nature runes are like kind of expensive. They're like more than twice the price of what they are in the main game, because everybody's looking to alch and just get that consistent flow of money and magic XP. And then in terms of questing, I've only done like random like quests, like unlock some stuff in Varlamore. I do want to try and send some perilous moons on this low bracket like today, but like I'm sure like as soon as I get ganked at perilous moons, I'm gonna get pissed off and just like be like, all right, you know what, enough of this, let's go up a bracket or two, because I feel like the first bracket is just such a wide net, and like people really have like these like twinked out like fully geared pures at like 60 that are just like absolute killers. Obviously I'm saying this, but I'm sure as I go up in the bracket, at least the second bracket above the one above this, there's going to be more of the same. You know, 60 to 80 is probably going to be a bloodbath as well. Maybe in the later brackets, like pushing everything, my HP and things like that, I'll have better setups. But we've reached the highest woodcutting level of 99, so let's home telly, see how much damage we've done for the breach. And yeah, a quick note is most of these skilling outfits are untradeable, so like you don't risk them. Like I found like a shooting star or two and just went there. I got killed like 3 times. I was like, oh no, am I gonna lose my mining stuff? Which again, like I did a bit of motherload mine. Let's see, is it Nigel who tells you? Oh no. Oh no, it's this guy, the Doomsayer or whatever, right? Yeah. How am I doing hunting these breach monsters? You've dished out just under 4,000 damage. Keep up the dangerous activity. So that's not great, really, you know, it's just not really a lot of damage I can be doing. We got a breach coming up in like 40 minutes right now. Let's just go up and check the I mean, it just has been fun in a very Leagues sort of way, to doing shit like this. I honestly, I'm at the point where I'm getting some main fatigue, so just any reason to reset the dopamine and get a bit of it going. Deadman Skull does not leave a placeholder in your thing, which is very annoying. There's like a lot of little issues that I'm having, like the interface. This leaves a lot to be desired. I really should be getting these, I think. Onslaught's not that important. Augmented Thrall, like I'm not that into yet. Most of the skilling sigils I have, except Agile Fortune, I don't know if I'm gonna get that, or the Hunter one. Although my Hunter's kind of sitting at 30 right now, so maybe I could get that. Faith like isn't really relevant if you have Eternal Belief, unless you're getting like smited. There's not really that many smiters at this level in the bracket. Alchemaniac is going to be kind of crazy. You know, for 100 points, this like pays for itself, and like the points that you'll get from that, as well as just a really nice way. Just make sure you're doing it in a safe zone. You don't want to lose that stack of stuff that you're alching, unless it's like not about the money, but might as well be about the money. What else? I mean, remote storage and enhanced service has been insane. Devotion, I'm not really sure. Maybe as once I like unlock my XP and like I'm looking towards that, I definitely should do the slaughter one as well, because this can act as like a task extender or shortener as I need it. And the woodcraft, I don't really see the point, although I will say, if you want to, like, there's safe zones to cut oak logs, so you can make like a ton of oak planks and send construction that way. I've got 50 construction just from doing the Daddy's Home quest, and then like from Wintertodd, like that's pretty much it. So we'll see what else we got. And then the attunements, I mean, there's tons of stuff here. The biggest ones I started with the Ruthless Ranger. Rigorous Ranger isn't actually that good. It's nice because like you don't really want to be using the first level of the Ava's device, because it gives like a really, like, obviously saving the ammo is nice, but when your ammo is like bone bolts or steel knives, it's like you don't really give a shit. It's only giving you 2 range. This is actually giving you a higher, the Deadman's Cape gives you a higher attack bonus for it, which has been more helpful, I'd say, at breaches. Actually, let me just do an example of what my breach setup has been. You take out the Dorgish crossbow. I think I will switch to knives though, especially now that I can like craft my own or smith my own mithril knives. Max knives I can use would be Addy knives. So I think with that, Addy knives, and then if we poison them with the Ruinous Prayer setup, like, let's see. Where is it here? Bomus's Vow. Attacks that inflict poison cause poison triggered to damage immediately. That sounds like it's really good. So I do actually, I kind of do want to stay in bracket 1 until I get 87 at the very least, so that I can try this out with some poison knives. That sounds like it might be a little bit fun. We'll just see at the breach, you know, how much at the beginning of every breach, I type out into the chat how many points I have, and then by the end of it, I've been averaging on the low end, like when it's like a breach and like a shitty spawn, where it's like really everybody's just packed into one area and stuff's getting like spawn camped as soon as it comes up. I get like 200 points, and then the better ones I'm getting like 500 plus. Which again is not great. It's pretty low. You're not doing a lot of damage. There's just so many people in this first bracket, and my build is built more for survival, skilling, and things like that. So I am getting, you know, kind of diminishing returns as we're finishing up the skills here. I do have a lot of fishing I could do, but anglers don't work as they're supposed to, apparently, unless it's like bugged with the sigil or some shit. I don't know. I saw Oda Block like just sitting at a bank, just like eating a bunch of anglers, hoping for like a 5% proc, which seemed miserable. So probably just gonna send 99 to Temperos because it is safe there, and then cooking is cooking. Who gives a shit? Like, you're gonna have, I don't even know where I got, I mean, 500 manta rays from. These are all of this food. Well, the tuna is crap I shouldn't really be using. That's just when I really don't care about when I'm using. It only heals 10. Shark's healing 20 and manta's 22. I have all these cooked karambwans. No way to farm or to fish or cook these myself, so I was just finding these at breaches, pretty much. But yeah, anyway, the breach setup would just be full snakeskin, baby, as well as an unholy book. Really nice tech there. And that's basically it. Ammy of Power, and then you're risking like nothing. You're going out there and you're doing your best. I take like 150 boom bolts, which is probably too much, but like it doesn't matter because I'm sitting on like 3.5 mil. Most of this was from earlier breaches, like the first week. You could snipe some stuff from breaches like a little better than they've made the update this week. I'm not sure exactly what they changed in terms of loot, but I'm not getting nearly as much loot as I was before, which is fine. I'm not really into this for the loot or the money. I'm not like swapping or anything like that. I do want to have a cash stack I can play around with as I move up into the other brackets. And yeah, we're not sure when that will happen, but yeah, let's, should we go PK someone a trainer just to fuck around in the most? Am I risking anything scary? Oh, look at that guy. As far as other ways of getting points and clues and things, oh, let's swap out those powers actually, because I do not have those all set up yet. Let's just go rag somebody at Draenor, just so we get a little bit of PvP action. Oh, do I have my sigils? Rigorous Ranger and Ruthless Ranger. We're good to go. Let's see. Ooh, rest in peace. Someone died there. Poor guy. Normally I'd pick that up, but let's go for it. Let's just go for a kill here. This guy's chilling. That guy could get away. You know, if they're able to run back into Lumbee, you don't want to try to go for them. It's really once they're over here in Draenor. Let's just see what we can get away with. Like this guy's skull. Alright, Hanlof, I'm sorry, bud. So the thing about the bone crossbow is like they have more than enough time to whatchamacallit, to bank. I think this is like 3 tick attack speed, which is not great. So do you actually get points for the kills? Oh wow, I got his willows and his steel axe, poor guy. There, we'll bank those. Let's attack like a simpleton. So I mean, like, stuff like this is just par for the course, you know, like he's interrupted, like this poor guy's been AFK this whole time, he probably doesn't even know what's going on. Let's see, 15,387. Will I be able to watch it go up in real time? Like, don't think you get points for kills. I don't know where I read that. Maybe that's like old DMM information, but like, yeah, that's a little weird. So here you go. Here we have another. See, this guy's like set up with more like a traditional setup, like magic short bow, amulet magic. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Okay, he's just going on a rampage now. I mean, like, this like doesn't really make sense to me. Like, you basically lose more on stuff like that. Let's dump my stuff and get a TP back to GE. Yeah, I don't think you get points from that. But anyway, we're rambling a bit. I'm just gonna get killed by this PKer. I'm gonna call him, "You are a little baby boy." So hopefully he kills me. I get sent back to the GE, and then I can get set up for the next raid. I want GE telly. Why you say that, Ma? Yeah, let's see this guy's build, just for the comparison. See, 82 magic, probably for barrage, 70 range, 1 defense, 6 attack. Like, most of the people in this bracket are just going for pure range and mage, and like, you know, this is actually kind of looking similar to mine, except I'm pumping that defense. But anyway, this video is getting too long, over 20 minutes now. We haven't really talked about anything. I'm having fun with Deadman mode. I do want to send it to get at least all the cosmetics here, so at this rate we'll get around there, but I would like to kind of pump up the breach points and the boss points in the next couple of days as I round out the 99s that I can get that are easy, as I get more gear, at least in terms of ammo, for whatchamacallit, more addy knives, things like that. I may or may not stream any of it. I'm not really streaming so much anymore, just because it's, especially in a game mode where I don't really know what I'm doing, it's just kind of like, I'm just like, okay, I'm getting okay, this guy called me a pussy, so I'm gonna punch him in the face. Prey mage, chivalry, face me. Barriers for a wicked trick. Doing a music video. Role-playing as a PvPer is hilarious. I'm not really much of a PvPer, but... See, did it go up? Oh, your points don't go up, so I guess you don't get points for kills. I don't know who told me that, but anyway, I was lied to, so that's cool. Let's do a dance here, our little raspberry, and hopefully someone sends me a G. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your experience with Deadman mode has been, and shit like that.